Today I'm going to take you through 8 different hand feeding exercises. These exercises are going to be very relevant for when you are playing in your tennis matches or in training. All you need is a practice partner and plenty of balls, and let's get started. These different types of exercises I've started from a very young age, and I highly recommend you guys implementing them into your training routines. To make the exercise more difficult, you can feed the ball wider away from your partner. You can also feed them at a faster speed, and you could also have a higher increased amount of balls being fed. Players of all different levels and abilities are able to do these exercises, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy them. Exercise number 1 is 1 forehand, 1 backhand. You're going to alternate between each side, making sure that you get used to changing the grips between your forehand and backhand grip. Another thing to remember is to recover back to the center after each and every shot. I tend to go cross court on most of my ground strokes, as it's a higher % chance of them making in the court. When you aim cross court, the net is slightly lower in the center. Also, it's the longest distance for you to aim into, and it's the natural pathway for when swinging. Aiming between 8 to 12 repetitions would be advised for this exercise. Like I mentioned at the very beginning, you're able to increase the speed over time, but you can also do it slower if you need to start. You can also increase the speed over time if you want to progress and make this exercise a little bit more challenging. Exercise number 2 is the wide ball feeding. This is implemented when your partner is going to be feeding the ball slightly further away from you. So therefore, you're looking to hit more of an open stance type of pattern or footwork. When hitting these types of balls, when pushed wide, I would highly recommend most of your balls to go cross court. Like I mentioned, cross court is a little bit safer, and you're also able to have a high percentage of shots. Like I mentioned before, if you're going cross court, there's a high percentage of shots that are going to go into the bigger surface area of the court, net being lower, as well as your natural pathway. Third exercise is going to be deep balls. When hitting these deep balls, you're going to be making sure that you get your body weight behind the back of the ball first. And I would advise this one to specifically go cross court. The deeper balls, you tend to be pushed on your back leg, therefore you need a bit more higher net clearance to have more time to recover back to the center. Also, when hitting these defensive balls, make sure that you apply a little more topspin on the ball. Because of the trajectory going a little bit higher, you need a bit more spin to get the ball dipping downwards into the court. More commonly, when you're working on the deeper balls, making sure that you're not trying to hit the ball as hard as you can. You're trying to go for shape and height over the net. The fourth exercise is going to be your serve +1. What you can practice either a shadow serve or an actual serve with the ball, and then your partner will be feeding the next ball, trying to look for your strength. My personal perspective is looking for the forehand on the next shot. The goal here is to make sure that after you've served, you're split stepping and getting prepared for the next shot. Early preparation is key, and making sure that you take the small adjustment steps with your footwork, enabling you to prepare yourself for the very next shot. Introducing the Nisplay ball machine. This is the lightest and most portable ball machine on the market. As you can see, it's only the size of a duffel bag. The portability of this bag is amazing, and you're able to travel with it anywhere in the world. Let me show you how it works. With the Nisplay bag, you're able to do the training hand feeding exercises all by yourself. The reason why I travel with my Nisplay bag is the portability and small compact size. You are able to hold up to 50 balls, and the charge time can last up to 2.5 hours. What's even better is that you do not need a partner to train. You're able to use your ball machine and travel anywhere to go. Fifth exercise is one of my favorites. For this exercise, you want to make sure that when your partner is going to be feeding the ball, they're only going to be releasing one of them. What's very difficult about this exercise is that you have to read the flight path of what your partner is going to be feeding at. You do not know which ball is going to be left. You do not know which ball is going to come from which hand. Therefore, the split step is very important, making sure you're light on your toes and helping you to change direction faster. This is a great exercise for reading your opponents, and also when preparing just before you hit your shots. I try to not focus on hitting the ball too hard with this exercise, as the main thing is getting to the ball, setting yourself with your feet before striking. For exercise number 6, my partner is going to be feeding random balls. These balls can be fed anywhere around the court, and you're going to make sure that you focus on the small adjustment steps when moving to and from the ball. Make sure that you recover, and try to make sure that you're always attentively watching where your partner will be feeding the ball. For this exercise, I recommend between 6 to 8 balls, but more can be advised if you want to challenge yourself. This will also vary on the speed of the feeding, depending on how fast you are as a player, and also how fast you are when reacting to the different types of balls. Exercise 7 will be the fast feeding balls. What your partner is going to be doing is they're going to be drop feeding you balls repeatedly, and you're going to have between 6 to 8 balls. more is advised. But I highly recommend you guys not trying to hit these balls too fast. You're trying to focus on your preparation, setting your legs, and then driving through the shots. For this exercise, we're commonly working on the racket head speed, making sure that you're setting your racket and the legs are loaded. Quick racket preparation and quick acceleration will be needed. I tend to focus on one target at a time when doing this exercise, as you have very little time to think. It's more about a reaction exercise. This exercise can also be done when being fed out of the air, so you're hitting like a drive volley. You can also alter the court position where you're standing. The final exercise is a variety exercise. This will be where you're hitting the flat, slice, and kick. Your partner is going to be feeding the same standard type of ball, and you're choosing what type of ball you want to play. What I would advise is hitting more topspin on your shots, as this is more of a common shot that you'll be playing in your matches. Slice will be used every now and then, and this is used for the variety, and the flat shots are for the attacking balls. Hope you guys enjoy these 8 hand feeding exercises, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe and check out my future videos to come. Take care guys, and I'll see you soon.